such a weird thing to say.
Well, it is, but it's true. Technical issues on aisle 5. Oh, look at this.
We love your sense of humor too, by the way.
Do you? Do you actually get it though? Because I didn't know if Americans.
No, we're like super sarcastic and goofy over here.
Only the fun ones.
Contrary to.
Yeah.
So I'm not seeing.
And the dry humor.
I apparently don't have the technical savvy that I thought. Because I'm seeing a screen.
What do I need to do?
I don't know. Do you know how to record Zoom on your end?
Yeah. Shall I do it?
Yeah, if you can grab the video, I have the audio.
Invite. Oh no, I don't want to do that. Record.
Of course she can.
Right. Please ask the host to give me permission to record. So then you need to allow that.
Please allow it. Phone. How do I do this? Meeting settings. Allow participants to share screen. How about that? Does it work?
I'll try again. No.
Oh no!
I hate tech.
I love tech.
Yeah, well, I
So
know
much fun.
you're overconfident
I mean-
in tech. You know.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Wait, are you?
If you could marry a droid, you would.
Hey now.
All right.
That's personal information. we don't share that with anyway. All right. So do you you see us, right?
Yeah.
And I can see you.
So do you know where to go?
I think I actually got it recording. I think.
Oh, is it recording now?
I believe so.
You better make sure.
It sure looks like
Those
it.
toes again.
Really.
Wiggling toes.
It's okay. I
Sure?
I
Be
give him-
nice to you, Rebecca.
I incessantly give him a hard time, so
polite.
he's used to it. He can take a punch. He's okay.
Yeah, I can. I really can. I just,
He can.
I'm gonna
You have
withhold.
to in life.
I'm gonna withhold my tongue, my wit until I'm confident that you're gonna be able to take. Because I can be mean in a good way, but I can be a little feisty. So I'm gonna let you have that one.
I like feisty though.
Yeah, well,
It's
you know,
like
Is that why you like
calm
cats?
down.
Is that why you like cats? Because you never know if
Suki
they
Diva.
can scratch your face
Love
off
Suki.
at any
Where
moment.
is she?
Where is the cat? We were expecting to talk to
She's
her.
got fleas at the moment.
She's the butt. Really?
I'll get her in if you want. She's a bit of a bitch. if the camera's not on her, she's like this, and then she goes meow, and then she runs away.
I noticed when you sing to her, she kind of like rolls her eyes at you, which is kind of
She's
rude,
like-
you know? Yeah. Exactly.
You know, can I tell you? There's a video of you on your page singing to Suki, and it's the song. What is the name of the song? I think it's called "Hold On" or something. It's like
Oh yeah.
on
my phone.
I've ever known like that one, and it's just you
Yeah.
and the ukulele.
Oh, yeah.
So I've got a niece. She's a teen. She's extremely talented. She's been talented as long as I can remember, and I sent that video to her because like it's such a like what I really appreciate is like you as a lyricist. You're really good at lyrics. Like you really you paint a story. Like you paint an image like in the songs. And I loved how it was just like so. It felt like so impromptu. I don't know how many takes you took or whatever, but of course
None.
it sounded like,
I know people are like yeah, or it sounds like ego. Like I don't do because it's all improv. When I put something up like that, and the one I did recently, it was just it's up and it's away. I don't know what's going to come out, but I find that's the best way for me to write because then it's all organic. And I mean, I might go back and scurry around and be like, what rhymes with that word? Like that kind of basic kind of.
yeah, okay.
But when it just comes out and it flows, that beautiful feeling of flow when you're in that moment and you don't jar it up with thoughts or things. Are you sure that you're filming this? Because I would hate for you not to be filming this.
No, I'm filming
Sorry.
this. We're recording and filming. We're good.
Okay, because I worried for you then.
Okay.
You should do the official lead in here so we can start.
We should do the official lead-in?
Yeah.
What's the official lead-in? I can't play the button. I can sing it. I can hum it.
You can hum it, yeah.
Why don't you harmonize?
Because he's chicken.
Well,
he's too
because
shy.
I'm a guitar player, I'm not necessarily
He
a
can sing.
singer.
The thing is, Rebecca, he could sing,
Yeah.
and he played for me the other day. Amazing little songs that he wrote that I'm not going to give any more detail on. But like the fact that he refuses to let me share them on the channel, he's such a chicken.
Oh,
Chicken, come on, man. Let me share them. Let me share with the world.
You need to play to your strong points. I know I'm not a fantastic vocalist, but I know I'm a great guitar player, so I focus on that.
Well, I'm a fantastic vocalist and a fantastic guitar player, and I have excellent judgment. And I'm telling you, you have a
That's
fantastic
debatable,
singing.
that's debatable.
How dare you? I'm
The
just
guitar thing's debatable, but
How dare you? Well, then what does it say about you? You're my teacher. What is it supposed to say about the way you teach guitar?
All
Come
right,
on, man.
Rebecca. Okay, let's
Turn this. Let's get this back off.
I like watching it. It's like watching a funny little sitcom.
Yeah.
Carry on.
We could
I was
have a
enjoying it. I was like,
Probably.
Oh, you
could.
were? Okay.
Probably could. Like.
I was watching the background, looking at the hand, looking at you two.
Oh, you like Danos
Correct.
Gauntlet?
Wobble like little brothers.
You know,
cute.
we kind of
I was
do have
enjoying it. I
that.
was
We
like-
kind of do have that relationship where we.
I have that with my best friend. So
It's
next
fun,
time
right?
I'll.
Why is it that
interview with
best friends
her.
like to rip each other apart? It's just.
Oh, I'm horrible to her. And she'll
Right.
be like, yep, I'll see her. I'll hit her on the head, affectionately.
We actually do hit each other, but it's
lovely.
It's only for boxing training. I promise.
Right. I've hit him pretty hard.
Pretty hard,
But it was
yeah.
part of training. It wasn't. 'cause
I
was
took it like a
never
man.
Anything like that.
I was so slow too, and when we did go at it with hands, like the one time our gentleman's agreement, like I had the only martial arts training I'd ever had was Taekwondo, and if you know anything about Taekwondo, it's utterly worthless with the hands and protecting yourself. So I got beat pretty
It's
good.
kind of like,
I don't know. I've seen
Go
you do
away.
some
It's all
moves
about
when you're
legs.
Watching the videos, it looks like karate a little bit.
Yeah, it's
You're doing
completely
something-
I
worthless
love the
against a
fact
boxer.
he's watching lots of different videos. I was impressed. I was like, oh, he knows that song. And he's humming. I don't think I've ever heard anyone hum or sing one of my songs.
You realize if we're gonna ask you to do an interview, we're gonna
No,
we're
I
gonna
don't
be
know.
prepared
Well,
for it.
We did some research. Let's just say.
It might just been about Dimebag and his guitar skills.
Let's
know.
get this thing officially
Ooh.
started here.
How are we gonna officially start it? Well, hey there, everybody. Welcome to Inside the Sound, and we have a very special show today for you folks. This is the first one we're going to put up on YouTube, assuming that the technology agrees with me. And we have a very special, guest,
The one and only
the incomparable
vocal athlete.
RVA. You want to say hi to
Yeah.
the folks?
Sorry, I was in that really cringy, like, where? Who is that person? It was really bad. So halfway, I thought, I need to stop. I need to stop doing that. 'Cause that's... She is well.
How are you doing today?
Absolutely fabulous. Thank you for asking, boys. Sorry, can I call you boys? I don't know how to address you both.
Oh, we might be the same
Humans?
age. Who knows?
We understand. We understand that Commonwealth folks, British folks, get a little nervous around Americans,
Commonwealth.
American cowboys. So I get if you
American.
feel the need to call us boys, and that gives you some security, like a security warm blanket.
We are from the
Cowboys.
west.
You're not going to hurt our feelings.
We are from the west, so
Yeah, we are from the desert.
the gunslinging west in the desert here. So.
Mm.
Yeah, for real.
I heard all about that.
So the first thing I really wanted to ask you, because I'm super interested, is we had a show and we did this. We talked about our musical origins. You know how every great superhero has an origin story, right? What's your musical origin story? How did you get into music the way that you are?
I fell into it. I don't know. It's always been part of me. I don't remember thinking there was a pinnacle point, except singing and dancing and mimicking. And from the early ages of say 2 years old, I was dancing in front of Top of the Pops, which is this English kind. Have you heard of Top of the Pops?
Top of the Pops,
Rings a
no.
faint bill.
You're gonna love it. So hashtag that. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't exist now because it's a bit vintage. So I was dancing maybe around 2 years old, just getting the feel and the rhythm. Because I remember my dad saying, sorry, he has the northern accent, so you might not be able to understand it. But he was like, I remember watching you dance as a wee lass when you're about 2 years old. I thought, 2 years old? Don't be ridiculous. But that was just like forming, just like enjoying music, like, a lot of kids do. And then I guess around 6 years old, I began mimicking, people or like Disney characters, singers, things like that. It's my obsession. And
Do you have a
actually, my
favorite?
next video is an impression video. So watch
Did
that
you have a
tomorrow,
favorite
guys.
Disney character growing up?
I guess I used to do Snow White, and I just thought, why is she talking like that? She's meant to be 16, and she's like an old lady. And I didn't get it, but I
She
was
sang
fascinated.
though. She sang beautifully, right?
did.
So I'm sure you.
I'm wishing. Yeah, but it was very like, Father, one I love. Like she's gone a bit senile. And I was like, she shouldn't be going senile. She's 16 or 14.
But
Oh, the one I love. You know, and she wasn't really looking anyway.
you always had the
Birds as well.
the itch to perform then, for as long as you can remember.
Well, I was confident, stroke very shy, which is weird to say because I guess I used to just love singing. I guess the big ballads back then, you know, the typical kind of, obviously like Whitney Houston, and Gloria Estefan was pretty big, you know, with the big like anything for you. And I was like, wow, her tone, didn't know what the word tone was, so I probably didn't say that. Is really rich and delicious.
I hate to pause you. I hate to pause it, but I just have to ask: have you heard Gloria's cover of "Turn the Beat Around"? Hashtag search that one. Yeah, it's like one of my favorite covers ever, and it's Gloria singing it, and it's amazing. I dance every time it comes
really?
on. Oh yeah, I love it. It's absolutely one of my favorites of all time.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she's great.
I'll have to check that out.
You have to. It's great. It's the best cover ever.
But continue your origin story here.
Yes.
I will continue. And then I was born. Actually, I was born in a car as well. I'll just get.
Oh wow. Okay. Was it moving?
Yeah, that has no.
Was it on the left? Was it on the wrong side of the road?
Yeah, my dad was there. Yeah, down a what do you call it? A one-way.
One-way street.
Probably a track. I don't know what.
One-way street.
You do call them roads, don't you? Yeah, and then the police were like chasing after my dad. Literally, I was born in the car. Sorry.
Wow.
That's
Okay,
true.
that's interesting.
I am still today a very impatient person, so I do apologize.
I can relate.
I am too. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I know it's bad. I'm trying to learn. And then what? I don't know. I was performing. I did go to performing arts school, but I didn't do it for very long. I was just debilitated by just being really shy, believe it or not. I used to hate it. I hated like performing. I loved it and I hated it. You know, I used to love doing things at school where I was in a comforted kind of place with my friends and being silly, you know, or doing whatever, making them laugh or singing or whatever. But when it came to stage or just performing, it was just horrible. I know that feeling when people have that feeling when it's like, oh, now it's different. It's a different story now. You know, I talk to my best friend is a very thin plastic thing. It's not normal, but I'm very comfortable like just talking now. I think it's taken me a lot of years to sort of cultivate who I am today. Does that make sense? Don't know if that'll come across a bit weird, but yeah, but I've always been obsessed with film and music and writing scripts, and I guess poetry was the first form of writing that I did. And then
Really?
You know, the whole vocal coach was about 12 years ago. Yeah, I'm a typical Pisces. I'm so sensitive as well, but I can be quite strong. So it's just kind of like, yeah, I don't know, yeah. Being creative is really important to me as well. So I'm working back the magic of what YouTube was to me back in the day. So I'm going to be doing different skits as well, just things that stops me going to therapy. So yeah. Well, guys, you went all serious. I didn't mean.
No, we're listening.
I'm enjoying it.
Oh, that's what listening. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Is that what I look like when I watch a video?
Do you ever do like musical theater or?
I did it for a bit, but most of the things I've self-taught myself, you know. So I play the piano a little bit. I was never
A little? Are you kidding me? I heard you play on.
No, I'm really not that. I'm not, you know, like.
I heard what you were doing. I have very.
Yeah, I heard
I'm
one
picky.
of your little
I'm picky. Okay?
Instagram story riffs. I thought it was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they are just my little.
That was cool, man.
For real.
Oh, thanks. I play enough to teach, I play enough to do the scales, I play enough to be able to write songs. If I can do that, for me, that's enough. I'm just grateful that can come out from that. And my ukulele, I play, which I used to play the guitar. So when I was talking about Eddie Van Halen, I was like, I wanted to sort of talk about me playing. I was like, no, it's not about me playing badly my guitar, you know, and then giving up and then pursuing the ukulele, piano, and everything else. So
no, I mean, we get it because like we did a reaction podcast to Eddie passing. Like right when we heard it happened, we recorded about an hour of our just on the spot reaction, and I pretty much turned it into me. Like I'm pretty like I mean I don't know any other way to relate to the world. Okay, this is all I can do to talk about like my story with my guitar. and how I slept with it the first night I got it, and how I put all this love into it, and I've sold all the other guitars I've ever owned except this one I'll never sell because it's the most important to me, and it just resonated like a little bit of Eddie is with me in that guitar because of his story with his guitar. So I made it all about me, and that was not right. And
Well, we're not gonna lie.
you know.
One of the reasons that we're doing this is because it covers it checks two main boxes. We get to talk about music, and we get to talk about ourselves. So we're all good, and we get to talk to
So
wonderful
far, so
people
good.
Like you.
Yeah, we figured that other musicians might relate to this to these two themes, which is why we wanted you on.
Yeah.
You know.
So did you
I'm good.
So that's why you know so much about guitar, and you nerd out over the guitar when people are shredding and doing awesome things.
I would find it hard to be technically sort of gifted in terms of like not understanding, but I my full appreciation is with musicianship, and I just get it. Like you can't, I can't understand if anyone watches something like or whatever.
How's that go again? That's good.
Sorry, that was not how it's meant to sound.
The whammy bar at the end there.
Yeah, that was totally a whammy bar thing.
Yeah, you know, I need to maybe learn the more like vocal stuff. I can be like, I talk all day about it, but that's why I say I'm not afraid to do like a video, say on rock, or because I just appreciate. I think they're freaking. I wanted to swear then, like amazing. It's so like some of the, you know, the gods of whatever the instrument, and even if they're not even famous, there are so many amazing people out there that don't get showcased. But it doesn't mean give up. I mean, I had an email today. I'm giving up then if you're not going to watch my singing. And I said, well, I'll do what I can, but there is a Wizio place to go to, and it's just like, because obviously I get inundated. I'd physically just spend all day, you know, which I would just love. Nothing better to do than, you know, doing that. But
Tell me about it.
it's like, I'm going to give up. I give up. I'm like, that's with you. I can't, you know, I can't save everyone. But
You know,
less.
there's something that we've talked about. I don't know if it's like that like this in your culture, but here, if you want to do anything in the arts, if you want to be a musician or an artist or a writer, it's kind of looked down upon. Like, oh, you should get a real job. Like, only losers play the guitar for a living. Like, there's kind of a looking down. It's like an uphill battle to get positive
If anyone
reinforcement.
said that, I'd slap them.
Yeah.
I'd slap them.
So what?
Or I just wouldn't give energy to them, because obviously I know what you mean, but that stems back in society and in schools where music, drama, the arts or whatever are kind of placed further down the line than they should be. You know, it's like maths. Yes, we need to know numbers for business or whatever, you know, the world, and of course English and, you know, science is important. But for me, for children growing up, to have the you know what I mean, to encapsulate yourself within music, I think it's so important that every child learns, even if they're a bit like, I'm not sure, or they think they're not good enough, because the whole like I'm not worthy world as well is like really hard to digest, because so many people don't think they're good enough, or they have to be at this standard. But to get to this standard, you have to go through a certain criteria. It sounds really boring, but it's blood, sweat, and tears, you know. It doesn't, you don't just go, I sound really bad, I'll just give up. It's like, freaking, what are you on about? Like, what do you expect? It's like, it's a shame, I think, with this culture now, bang, 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 we want everything so quick, instant. And it's like, oh, we don't get it, that's it. Like, I mean, of course, people do spend time curving there. No, what's the word? You know, cultivate. I'm using that word a lot these days, cultivating. But it's true, you know. And even forever skill.
A word of the day.
Cultivating. I love it. Cultivate. Yeah. You need to cultivate. That's like an advert for something.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's
I feel like I could talk a lot about that subject, because then I get passionate and then I get upset. But because I hear so many different stories from people used to laugh at me singing, or I'm not good enough. And, you know, then people come, you know, and say to me, or they'll put me in an Instagram story like, thanks, Rebecca, or whatever. It's just like giving them inspiration, or these are their words, not mine. I never say things like that.
Well,
but like appreciation, or, you know,
Rebecca, you
yeah.
you did that for me. You know that? Like, just from your content, like, I sort of took you on as my honorary vocal coach, and I watched some of your videos, like some of the things you teach, And I went and did this first take on a song called Guitar Crime, and it's something that has a lot like the song is about this subject. And going through a situation where I just stopped caring if anybody thought that I could make a living as a musician, and I just put myself out there, and I did 3 first takes. Like first take MJ was I did 1 guitar solo on a single take on the spot, didn't have anything preconceived. I just what came out of my fingertips, and then I did the second guitar solo over it. Just to sort of match it and like a duet with it, and then I took a take on the vocals, 1 take. And you got to understand that I'm rusty. Like, I'm a great singer, don't get me wrong, but like it has been a long time since I've tried to track in a studio, and it was like some of your tips on your page that gave me that confidence to hit this third chorus that I remember I took in a deep, long and then let it all come out of me, and it was because I saw so many of your tips like on your Instagram story, on your YouTube, like it was just fresh in my mind, and it made an impact on me. That's why I've been tagging the hashtag Never Stop Singing, because it resonated with me the moment I saw it, and I go, okay, yeah, she gets it. So I mean, I think it's funny, we don't really realize the impact we can have on others, with music, and it can be so uplifting.
Yeah, absolutely. It's true. And I'm glad you did that. And I'm glad you shared that as well. It's nice.
It's in the track.
And I like the fact you said, what did you say? I'm a great singer. And I'm like, that's so good to hear. You just said something like that.
I mean, you would know that if you heard my solo album. I'm pretty good. But I'm just
I'm sure
she's a line now.
She went to our Chanel and listened to every
she
song we've ever written. She knows the catalog from start to finish.
She probably sing along at this point.
So I'm kind of curious, like, what you're doing is, it's selfless, to be a teacher. The effort that you put in with your students and the effort that you put in to put yourself out there. Because the way that I see it is, when you decide to put yourself out there, you're giving a little piece of yourself to the world. And you're vulnerable in the sense that you're subject to criticism. You're subject to so many things.
Yeah.
So what made you want to be a teacher? What made you to want to put yourself out there on YouTube and do what you do?
Well, it was that or an office job, so I thought, what? I gotta get earning. It's true.
I feel you on that one.
What the hell? That's noisy, isn't it? It's broken. I just didn't take it back to Amazon. Amazon, send me another one. Hide it. Do like a blur like they do in the films.
Oh my God.
No free sponsorship from me. True though. I was... oh, that was a big laugh. My God, are you okay? Do you need the
Amazon. I like that.
I'm still working on my breathing, coach.
I love Amazon.
All right, give me a break.
Oh, don't get me started on Amazon. You have the one-click buying. Before you know it, you got like $20 at your door.
Yeah, it's scary. And there's something on Netflix. Side note, asterisk. What's it called? Social media, something or another. Like we're all doomed. So good luck. But
we're not though. We're all doomed.
We're not.
I think
don't let it control you. It wants to.
We're not all wired to sit in an office from 9 to 5.
And I think music can break us free of that prison. It really can. I mean,
music is life.
Music is life. Absolutely.
I agree.
100%. 1,000%.
I adore silences as well. I think I'm not always. There's a lot of times I need music, and I'm like, what am I trying to run away from here? Let's not go too deep. And then they're like submerge, go fully deep. Like it could be rock to classical to jazz to pop, Taylor Swift, and then it's this, and then it's that, Gregory Porter, then it's the like AC/DC. Thanks for taking down my video on YouTube. And then like so many different artists, Damien Rice, and then it's like full swing. And then I'm like, that's nice. That thing we're all scared of. That silence, that peaceful, where things can come to you like creativity, like creatively. And that's why I think like submerging yourself, yes, in music, but also in like the woods. Well, yeah, we're going here, boys. Didn't expect that, did you? Like going and just like nature, the power of nature, as well.
There is something
I'm very
about
much
that,
like.
yeah.
Do you ever just sit on the ground outside in nature and just listen?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, me too.
I want to roll around in it. I hug trees as well. I love hugging trees. What did you say?
You
Was it
can't
really-
hug the trees around here because
Yeah,
they're cacti
cactus.
and you'll get a bunch
But
of
they're still
spines.
beautiful.
Like I've tried it.
Oh
and
my
it's
god,
not-
you have cactuses.
Yeah, the
I thought they were
image,
just in
the
film.
image on our channel is a special cactus to me. It's in this White Tank Mountain Reserve, and it is. I mean, I don't know if it's still standing. It's been a long time since I've seen it, but I took a picture of it because it has this massive hole right in the center of it, like in the foundation, and it's still standing. These cactus they're amazing. Like I feel like they are the trees of the desert. You know, and you can't hug them, but they'll speak to you if you listen. I mean,
If
it
you
sounds
put like
new agey, but-
like foam around you, you,
You
could
could
probably
just
do
put
that.
on a
There you
suit
go.
of armor.
I like
and
the
you
way
can
your
go up
mind
there and
goes.
hug 'em, you know.
I like that this is how the path.
Well, if there's a problem, I'll solve it. Check out the So like,
What about
Not
the
just
suit
armor.
of armor? Do you think that's a good idea? Just an old school knight suit
Armor.
of armor. Just
There you go. That works. That works. Oh my gosh.
you
Yeah,
might
that would
pass out getting from your house to the cacti because it's so
Pretty
heavy.
much.
But
Yeah, the thing is, the trees here have the spikes too, and the little bushes, they have the
do
spikes
they?
too. The grass,
They're like little.
everything will prick you, and everything will sting you if
and you
you're
got
not careful.
snakes
Yeah.
and scorpions and
yeah.
spiders.
Spiders, and it's great. We love it. I love the desert.
Sounds like a
beautiful.
magical place.
It's like a different planet.
It
It's
is.
great. Yeah.
It is. Because that's Arizona.
Arizona down here in the
But
the
you're
west.
talking like Texas, but it's Arizona. We don't have that accent.
Oh wait,
don't have that
Arizonian accent.
Arizona
I'll
is
work on
actually
that one.
really not next to Texas. Like it's a state or two over. It's actually quite far from. It's like essentially because I don't know exactly where you live in England, but you're not like you're on one
Well,
side of the island,
England's
right?
this big, and America is this big.
Yeah, exactly.
So for
Frame
me,
of
when you're
reference.
like up the road, it's like wow, that's like 4 continents away. Like it's far.
That's not that far. Come on.
For me, because I'm about an hour and a half away from London, because everyone's like, "Hell's the Queen?" I'm like, she's probably fine. I don't meet her. Do you know John from Edinburgh? No, I don't. So it's like this very like, sorry.
Yeah, but do you know Christian Bale? Sorry,
I
just
know.
curious.
You did know Christian Bale though, right? So
Didn't you say?
Well, yeah, I don't know him. No, I don't. He's such a private. I love him so much.
you're like, I don't know him that well.
Oh, that's good. That was a good one.
I don't. But
Man, you're
I
a
don't. No, he's cool. He's one of my favorite actors.
agreed.
Bale.
I think you're vibrating on the same frequency as us. There's not a lot of people that do
I
that.
know it's straight
not a
away. I
lot-
was like, oh, this is what we got.
There's not a lot of people like that.
No, it's really not.
There's just a little.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you interviewed people and they're just really dull? I mean, I don't mean that. I'm not.
I've
Or
interviewed.
it's hard work.
Well, I have a.
Hard work.
I love dropping this knowledge bomb on folks because people like don't really have a reference point for how insane it is. But I have had over 100,000 one-on-one conversations, like sales conversations. I spent my whole corporate career selling, so I actually and I've talked to people at every wavelength, like from the lowest of the low to the highest of the high. I've talked to people, to men and women in power. I've talked to people all over the world. I've talked to a lot of Brits and a lot of UK folks, like
Brits, huh? Isn't that like
Brits.
a negative way to say it?
Is that the wrong way to say it? I don't know. Is it?
Even you lot.
Even you.
Lucky. Oh, look, it's his toes
insufficient.
again.
Oh,
Okay. Well,
How's
we're
that?
good on audio, but
British.
I've actually ran out of space on my phone
Oh
for
boy.
the video parts. I hope you were recording video this whole time. It's okay.
It wouldn't let me. It wouldn't let me. You have to give me permission.
Yeah, and that has to be done before I sent the invite. My bad. So that's on me. But we'll still have the podcast, and you know what? The YouTube video can just serve as a preview. If you really want to hear the whole story, you're gonna have to.
If
come
you
to the
really want
channel.
to peel back the layers and get to know the real Rebecca. Oh, I got to ask you about your little
really like?
your